Good morning, students. My name is Srima Jeevan. Last class we has taken the subject of community health nursing, unit number 4, epidemiology and the nursing management of common communicable diseases. So in that one we has learned definition of epidemiology, definition of communicable disease, definition of communicable period, then incident, the term incidence, prevalence, pathogens, infection, and mode of transmission of communicable disease. So under the mode of transmission, we have learned direct contact transmission and indirect contact transmission. Direct contact transmission we learn person to person contact and droplet spread, and in the indirect contact transmission we learn airborne transmission, contaminated objects, food and drinking water contaminated, animal to person contact, animal reservoir, insect bites and environmental reservoirs. So these things we has learned in first class. Today we will learn about the types of communicable disease depending upon the sources. Once more I will tell what is communicable disease means. It is the spreading of diseases from one person to another person or a reservoir to a susceptible host we are calling as communicable diseases. So on the basis of the sources, this communicable diseases is divided as respiratory infection, second one intestinal infection, third one anthrapoid infection and other viral infections. As per your syllabus, it has mentioned here the type of communicable diseases depending upon the sources. First one is respiratory infection, second one is intestinal infection, third one anthrapoid infection and the fourth one is viral infections. So we can able to learn detailedly about what is respiratory infection. So what is respiratory infections? So infections which occurs towards the respiratory systems. How it is causing and what are the type of diseases which is coming under the respiratory infection we can see here. So first type of communicable diseases as per the sources, depending upon the sources. First one is respiratory infection. So under the respiratory infection, smallpox is the first one, second one chickenpox, third one measles, fourth one influenza, fifth one rubella, sixth one ARI means acute respiratory infection. That is acute respiratory infection towards a pneumonia. Pneumonia is one type of acute respiratory infection. Then seventh one is mumps, eighth one diphtheria, ninth one whooping cough, 10th one meningococcal meningitis, 11th one tuberculosis and the 12th one is SARS. So once more I will tell, respiratory infection is in your syllabus. It is for 12 infection, respiratory infection they has mentioned. So as per that one we can move. First one smallpox, then chickenpox, measles, influenza, rubella, acute respiratory infections towards the pneumonia. Then seventh one mumps, eighth one is diphtheria, ninth one whooping cough, 10th one meningococcal meningitis, then tuberculosis and SARS. So we can learn about the first one in the respiratory infections, that is smallpox. Actually smallpox is eradicated in the worldwide. So here they has mentioned as the last naturally occurring smallpox case was diagnosed in the year of 1977 in the month of October, and the World Health Organization certified that the global eradication of the diseases in the year of 1980. The risk of the death following the contracting the diseases was about 30%, with the higher rate among the babies. Often those who survived had extensive scar of their skin, and some were left blind. In India, the smallpox was completely eradicated. So from this one, in introduction itself, it is telling that global wide this smallpox was eradicated. So especially in India, before the years itself, we are eradicated the smallpox. Meanwhile, we have to learn what is smallpox. So the incubation period of the smallpox is between 1 to 3 weeks. So incubation period is 1 to 3 weeks. Then causative organism. What was the causative organism of smallpox? Variola major and minor. So these are the two organisms which is causing the smallpox. Then mode of transmission. How it is transmitting? Direct contact, and then that is person to person contact, and contaminated fomites. Contaminated fomites is coming under the indirect contact only. So here the mode of transmission is, first one is direct contact, that is maybe as a person to person contact only, and then droplet infection also spreading also it will be coming, and second one is contaminated fomites. Contaminated fomites means the fomite indicating as object, contaminated object. If you are touching, the infected person was touched towards the object, so same object the non-infected person is touching, so that is spreading of diseases, means that is contaminated through the contaminated formats. The smallpox is worldwide, it was eradicated with the help and the incubation period is 1 to 3 weeks. The causative organism is variola major and the minor, and the mode of transmission is direct contact, that may be as a droplet spread, and the contaminated fomites. Contaminated fomites means contaminated object. Then we'll move to, so what are the symptoms? So it is symptoms is divided into two, early and late. In the earliest symptoms, the person will be getting the fever and the vomiting. And in the late, the formation of sores in the mouth and skin rashes will be there. So ulcers, there will be formation in the mouth, and in the skin there will be a rashes will be there. So what happened to the skin rashes means it will be having the characteristic or the nature towards a fluid filled bumps as like chickenpox. Okay, then bumps then scabbed over and felt out and leaving the scar. Same. So you may be knowing as a chickenpox. So how it is coming means the person will be having the fever, vomiting and all. Then some person will be having the ulcers will be there in the mouth and skin rashes also. So what happened to this rashes means this rashes becoming as fluid filled cavity, and so seeing as a bumps and all. So what happened later, day by day increases, this bumps become as bumps will be bursting and leaving the scars and all. Okay, so same here also. So symptoms is divided as early and late. Early indicating here as a fever and vomiting, and the later the patient will be having the formation of sores in the mouth, that means ulcers in the mouth, and the skin rashes will be there. This skin rashes will be having the characteristic of fluid filled bumps, and this bumps then scabbed over the fell off, that is bursting out and leaving as a scars. So some mark will be there in the particular area. Then what is the investigation? So investigation, polymerase chain reaction is there. So what is that means? We will go for checking the DNA cloning for the assessing the nucleic acid in the DNA. So which type of nucleic acid it was present in the DNA, will check DNA. Then next one, prevention. So what is prevention means? So we are having the vaccination, that is smallpox vaccination. Even it was eradicated, now we are not using the smallpox vaccination. Then last, treatment. So what is the treatment here means? Supportive therapy or the symptomatic therapy. So for example, if the patient is having the early symptom of fever and vomiting, so in that one we will give the treatment. What is the supportive therapy for the fever means? will give antipyretic. Then what is the supportive therapy for the vomiting means we are administering antiemetics. So this about the smallpox. So smallpox is worldwidely, it was globally eradicated. It was certified by the World Health Organization in the year of 1980. Then what is the incubation period is 1 to 3 weeks. What is the causative organism is varroa major and minor. Mode of transmission is direct and indirect is that direct contact means droplet spreading and indirect means contaminated object. Formats means contaminated object only. Then early symptoms, it is divided into two, early and late. Early indicating fever, vomiting, and late means sores will be there, skin rashes, fluid filled bumps. Fluid filled bumps will be bursting and it leaving as a scar. Investigation, then prevention and the treatment as per the supportive therapy. The next one is chicken pox. So chicken pox is also called as varicella. It occurs mainly in the children under 10 years of age and it is uncommon towards the adult. So chicken pox, the other name of the chicken pox is varicella and mainly it will be seen under 10 year of children and all. So what is the incubation period? Incubation period is about 14 to 16 days. So the incubation, the period for the arrival is 14 to 16 days for the chicken pox. And what is the causative organism? Varicella zoster virus. So it is caused by a virus organism. So what is the virus name is varicella zoster virus. So chicken pox is caused by the varicella zoster virus. Then what is the mode of transmission? How it is transmitting from one transmitting? So chickenpox is mainly spread by droplet infection. Then second one, freshly contaminated formats means freshly contaminated object used by the patient can transmit the chickenpox. Then third one is virus can cross placental barrier and may affect the fetus. So there are three mainly mode of transmission is there. So one is droplet infection, droplet spreading. Then second one is freshly contaminated formats. Freshly contaminated formats means freshly contaminated object which was used by the chickenpox patient. If you are touching that one, so what happened? Non-infected person also will go for getting the chicken pox. Then third one, so pregnant lady, pregnant mother can, if the mother is getting the chicken pox, this virus can transmit from the mother towards the unborn baby. That is the third one. Virus can cross the placental barrier and may affect the fetus. Then next one, signs and symptoms. The person will be getting the fever first, then appearance of rashes in the form of crowds or on the trunk, face and limbs. So they will be having some scars, skin scars will be there, rashes also, skin scar and rashes will be there. Firstly, the formation of rashes and it becoming as a bumps like that, what we has learned from the smallpox. So here fever, appearance of rashes will be there in the trunk. Trunk means body part, face part and the extremities. Then here the macules, small flat colored spot on the skin. Flat colored spot on the skin will be there. So we are calling as a macules, which will be appears the first and within the 24 hours then lesions are appearing. So what happened? Bumps, the fluid filled cavities will be there. So small flat colored spot on the skin we can able to see, and after that within the 24 hours only we can see the macules and all, and later it becoming as a lesions. Then this lesion become dry to form a scar. Scar will be there. Okay. So signs and symptoms is fever, rashes in the body, full body will be there. Then some persons will be having some areas only, maybe in the face, in the genital area, or towards the limbs will be there, or towards backside, or towards the front, anterior or posterior part of the bodies and all. Last one is prevention and the control. So how we can able to control and prevent the varicella? So by administering the specific varicella zoster immunoglobulin, that is chickenpox vaccination is there. So we can able to administer, though when you are taking the immunization, we can able to prevent the chickenpox. Use of local antiseptics like chlorhexidine. So antiseptics we can able to go for using for preventing the infections and all. So we can use the chlorhexidine. Then if bacterial infection progress, give antibiotic. If the patient is having any other bacterial infection also, even he had the chickenpox, so we can able to give the antibiotics also. Then transmission we can prevent by the isolation of the patient for 5 to 7 days. We can prevent the transmission. So mode of transmission I have told here is a droplet and all. So how we can able to go for giving the barrier or isolation means we can prevent the isolate the affected person for a 5 to 7 days. Then last one is sterilization of all the articles used by the patient after cure. So after the curing of chickenpox, we should go for clean thoroughly, that is sterilization of all articles whatever the patient has used. So these are the controlling and the prevention of chickenpox. So once more we will say, so chickenpox introduction, what is that one, what is the other name is varicella. So it will be forming under 10 years of children and it is uncommon towards the adult. Incubation period is 2 weeks towards the 16 days and the causative organism is varicella zoster. The mode of transmission is droplet infection or the freshly contaminated object which was tested by the patient. Then virus, third one, pregnant ladies, from the pregnant ladies towards the unborn baby. Then signs and symptoms, fever will be there, rashes will be there, macules formation and macules become as lesion and lesion becoming as scabs. Then how we can prevent and control the chickenpox? Prevention with the help of immunization, and we can give the isolation the person for 5 to 7 days and all. And as per the symptomatic, we can also give the treatment also if the even the patient is having the infection. So we can give the antibiotics, and whatever after curing the condition, we should go for giving the sterilization to all the articles which was used by the patients. Then